fans rise to their feet with the striking of the anvil as it is time for football here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indy. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Jaguars of Mexico City taking on the Indianapolis Colts. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. See the numbers on the ground a week ago for HN. 13 carries, 55 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. 4th down. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They'll be led out by the first Wyoming quarterback to go in the first round. Standing 6'5", it's Josh Allen.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep the string of good games going right here.
Yeah, maybe a little over-pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. And he is brought down at the 22 after brings up second down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
Now a handoff up the middle. O'Neal. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Well, you hate that for him. He gets so close on the big run, but has him in excellent position.
And I know there's plenty of competitive spirit on the defensive side of the ball, but part of me wonders if they would have just preferred him to go ahead and take it into the end zone rather than deal with him again on a likely carry on this down.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They juked it. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has a little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. First and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
23.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he's able to. Take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, first and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. You look at this Colt defense, it's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The Jaguars hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him. But right now, he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Indy set to go on offense once more. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Hey, Ron! Third down and 7.
Here's Lawrence to throw. That one to the right side and incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Taken from just outside the 30. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On play action, Allen. That's caught downfield. It's Lane. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 59 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that, it only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Oh, what a move. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here,
and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
They'll run on first down. Childress. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 18-yard line.
Now Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. 21-0 our score after 1. On to the second quarter. Mexico City in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Allen going to run with it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Trevor Lawrence and the rest of the offense heading back out there. And he's had his struggles here early with a couple of interceptions as he'll try to refocus with the 1st and 10 to start this drive. Myles Garrett gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes.
And he's going to go down again. Going for the sack by big Jalen Carter. Now 3rd down and very long.
All right, let's go. Hey, Sokos, here we go.
Here's Lawrence. A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete. The Colts send out their punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Cam Little on for the Jaguars field goal. A 60-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Looking to put a drive together.
Hey, go.
Now Lawrence. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
At the 16-yard line.
Rip, 23. Turn. It's hot.
Now Lawrence to throw. This pass left side to Downs. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd
Hey, Ron.
and 10.
Hey, Dick.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment.
Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. So after the INT, it's Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all. And as you ran with the lineman to where the play was, it smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On first down, O'Neal. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has a 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers. If the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of
Heavy
5.
set out there on 3rd and 1. Now a toss here, short side. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
Hey, hold. What's that?
Allen gonna throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Touchdown, Mexico
Brian
City.
Thomas from 6 yards away. And the Jaguars take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball, You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Throwing now is Allen. And he's got it. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Touchdown! A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jags are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Some strong running at the 20. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Back at the 24-yard line.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. This the first official Sunday of fall, the final week before byes kick in. A full schedule of 16 games on tap. Let's roll. Our trip through the NFL starts now. We begin at MetLife Stadium. The Giants at home to take on the Denver Broncos. And here is the running back.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Now Allen. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Well, now how about this return? And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Play action. It's Lawrence. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Son.
LHN on 1st and 10. 20, 5, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Devon Achane, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year, and the Colts are able to claw one back.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown. Well, they're just having fun. I mean, they are clicking on every single cylinder, offense, defense, and here, special teams.
And how about the extension of the lead? This one felt a lot like, you remember Seattle-Denver, Super Bowl 48? Percy Harvin to start the second half. Seattle was already firmly in control. Now, they feel like they can't be caught.
Yeah, they are firmly in control right now. And not a very good return at all as he won't even get this back to the 15. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Lawrence. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Red on red.
Lawrence will throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Let's take it inside his own 40. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Jaguars offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Up the middle they go. Childress. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and
8. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 63 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. They'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd and 3. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And now they'll throw with Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Jaguars get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Gets past one man. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together and drive and give his leg a rest.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's 2nd down.
Rip, 23.
Now Lawrence. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Past the 20. 5. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyler Jags take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And McPherson on for the extra point. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Jaguars offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lane. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Hands it off out of the gun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Indianapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Allen to throw it. He'll try to do it himself. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. And the Colts force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So a nice play defensively by rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. And they'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Hey, Lion! Son! Here we go, son!
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Colts first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Hey!
At the 39-yard line.
Son!
A fake on the jet sweep. Now Lawrence on play action. Aiden Hutchinson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Colts on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be third and forever. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The Colts send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now again, right side, O'Neal. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of it.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas, 45 yards. And the Jaguars are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Nifty move. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner,
picked off by Kirby Joseph. But he'll take this back down inside the 20. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes, and boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To the air, Allen. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Allen. He'll try to do it himself. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble, but all is well. 1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
A 3-yard loss. It's now 4th down and goal.
Here's Allen. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Here's Lawrence to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offensive